Well, good morning and welcome to Memo. I am Blake Martin, and with my co-host Thomas Karakolis, who's in Toronto, in the very heart of the big city, keeping it real. I'm bringing you the technicals today. We're still working out how to make all of this happen, but yeah, we're moving ahead. It is Wobbly Wednesday, and welcome to a new year and a new wobble. Uh, it's a little gray here, but it's good. It's good. It's crisp and cool. Anyway, this morning we're going to be looking at dynamic balance. So a lot of times we will spend our time staying in one spot and staying balanced. And one thing that happens, oddly enough, is as we age, we tend to we bring our base of support closer together, and it just kind of progressively moves in. We don't make excursions to one side or to the other, to the front or to the back as much. So it's kind of good if you're planning on getting older. It's good to practice widening your base of support and switching up balance. So we're going to do a bunch of moves. The warm up is going to be in the movements that we're going to do, except for some ankle rotations that we'll do to make that just to get our ankles ready for that. But we're going to do some progressively larger excursions from our base of support. We're also going to switch directions. So we're going to be jumping a little bit. And for some of you, jumps might not be available. So a thing you can do is you can just make a larger step. But we'll take it through and we'll see what happens. All right. So let's. I'm going to get my timer going here so I don't go on forever, because that could easily happening. That could easily happening. Apparently, I'm having grammar problems in addition to my technical problems. All right. So here we are. We're just gonna do some ankle rotations, real simple. Just one and pick a foot and go in one direction. 5, 6. I'll go to 10 today. 8, 9, 10. Very progressive. I'm gonna go in the opposite direction. 10 in the opposite direction. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A thing I've learned from watching these videos back afterwards, switching feet, is that I can't count and talk at the same time. 6, 7, 8. I kind of lose count up around 1,000. We're going to go in the opposite direction. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Okay, so let's just, starting very simply, we're just going to step forward and back. Switch feet, forward and back. Same foot again. I mean, like switching to the first foot again and back. Right, forward, left, back. Let's go from side to side. Step, 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 step. And we're staying low. Step, 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 step. Let's make a bigger step to the front. Step, step. Other foot. Step, step. Reversing again. Step, and back. Step, and back. Feet to the side again. Bigger steps. Wider excursions. So we kind of have to control ourselves when we get near the end of the step. All right. We're going to make a bigger excursion still. This might get actually into a jump. All right. So you're going to big and back. Big forward, other foot, and back. Let's go first foot again. Big and back. Forward and back. Bigger still to the side. Big and back. Big and back. Big and back. Big and back. Okay, great. So we're kind of getting warmed up. Our hips are moving, our ankles are hopping, everything's going on. We're going to go again. This time, when we get to the front, don't put your other foot down. We're going to hold our foot in the air. And then we're going to go backwards and we're going to do the same thing. Don't put your foot down. Put it down and then we'll switch. All right? So the objective is a really big excursion and then hold your foot in the air. A big excursion back and hold your foot in the air. And then we'll place it down and we'll switch to the other side. All right? Let's do that together, okay? As big as you can, as big as you're willing to do. So going forward, big and hold, big and hold. Now, you might not go as far backwards as you did forward, and that's okay, because it takes time to get your confidence. Opposite leg, big and big. First leg again. Ooh, almost lost that one. Switching it up. Okay, we're going to do the same thing to the side. We're going to do a really big excursion, and you're going to have to prepare for that big move. So when you go over, you're going to hold your foot up. Okay, so let's do that together. Big excursion. As big as you dare. For every person, that will be different. If you're just recovering from an injury, it might be very, very small. If you're a parkourist, you're going to need more room in your kitchen. Really big and really big. Okay, I think I did an extra one there. We're going to switch it up just a little bit. We're going to go forward and turn. Okay, so what I'm doing is if I'm hopping to my left side, I'm going to turn to my left side, and then I'm going to hop backwards to my leg and turn back facing my original direction. I'll put my foot down, I'll do the opposite and the opposite. So we're turning mid-flight, right? So we're hopping to a sideways foot. So ready? Here we go. And back. Foot down. Sideways. Back. Foot down. Forward again. And back. Foot down. And back. Let's go one more round on that, right? So just to explain, it's important that we be prepared for the landing so that we don't kind of overshoot when we go there. And it's important also to land with a nice bent knee and your toes reaching toward the floor. So really think about your toes trying to grab onto the floor as you're doing your move, okay? So hop forward and back. Foot down, other leg, and back. Foot down, forward, and back. Foot down, forward, and back. Okay, if you're not following a little bit, you can probably jump a little further. Okay, so we're trying to challenge ourselves and really get as far as possible. So on the side, we're going to turn to a frontward facing direction, then back to the side. All right, and I'm going to have to move over so I don't crash into my table. And then here, and then back to the side. So we're turning in the opposite direction now. All right. So I'm going to turn, jump to my foot, then jump off frame. I almost did, and back, and then the side, and back. Again, side, and back, the side, and back. All right, that's pretty good. You guys are doing great. Okay, so this is kind of for those who are ready for the next level. Single foot hopping. So you might not be able to hop very far. We were doing leaps from one foot to the other foot. Now we're going to hop from one foot to one foot. Okay? And you're going to try and stick your landing. So we'll go forward and back and switch feet forward and back. Do that 2 times and then side to side. Okay, here we go with a hop and back, put down and back. Whoa, I couldn't stick that landing. Switch feet, forward and back. Switch feet, forward and back. All right. Okay, I didn't really stick the landing on the last one. Could have done it better. Side to side. Here we go. Jump to the side. Single foot. Switch feet. Jump to the side. So these are hops. Switch feet. Jump to the side. Switch feet. Jump to the side. And switch feet. Okay, so a different level of effort, a different level of needing to balance dynamically as we're kind of switching our weight because we're going forward and back or side to side, but we're not switching to the opposite foot. So there's different balance mechanisms that your brain has to use. Okay, last round, the big challenge is we're going to hop forward with a turn. And hop back with a turn. Hop forward with a turn. On the other side, hop back. So let's start together. Ready? Forward, stick it. And back. Switch feet. And back. Switch feet. Forward with the change of direction. And back, opposite feet, forward and back. Now to the side, we're going to switch to the open position and back. And then we're going to switch to the open position and back with a hop. Okay, so we're turning in the opposite direction now to what we did previously. So here we go. Last round. As big an excursion as you dare. Okay? For every person, that will be different. So here we go. Switch feet. Switch feet. Switch feet. All right. So just take a second. My heart rate's up a bit. We're just going to lower that down. Just side to side, gentle side to side rocking. Let's get our hips really moving back and forth here. Like so the center of your body is moving from side to side, but your shoulders and your ankles are kind of over top of each other. Almost like you're flossing. Right? But not quite. So just moving side to side. I always have to think about that before I do it. I can't really do it unless I'll come back. I'll give you flossing later on. And now just rock so that you're more like a pendulum, your whole body. Okay. Your heart rate now is probably at a good rate. Let's just roll our shoulders. Let's feel centered. Make sure you bring your chin down. My chin was really elevated through a lot of that, and I got to remind myself to make the back of my neck long. So I've got good posture. My shoulders are rolled back so that they're not like my normal computer posture. I'm standing tall. I'm balanced forward and back. Just finding my center, finding a good neutral balance, being tall. I want you to feel like the top of your head, the crown, is tied to a balloon, and that balloon is just gently trying to pull you up onto your toes. Maybe your heels will even come off the ground just a little bit, just a bit. Just breathe. Sense your center. Sense your balance. Sense your place in your body and your body in the world. You've moved early, and I hope you remember to move often. And I hope you have a great day. We've talked a lot about improving our movement repertoire, about dynamic balance this morning, and see if that could be a metaphor for kind of other things that you're doing in your life. I hope you have a really great day.